Mr. Pierre Poilievre. Now, hold on. Most welcome, first of all. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. Thank you, Sushma.
How many times has your last name been butchered?
Many times, but my answer is I don't care how you say it as long as you know how to put an X beside it on election day.
Okay, I like that. But for our listeners, can you please tell us how to pronounce your last name?
Pierre Poilievre. Poilievre.
Poilievre.
There you go. You nailed it.
That's it. Pierre
Home run.
Poilievre. Okay.
Home run.
Great. So you said something quite interesting today. Talked about April Fool's Day, and Trudeau's government has given us the carbon tax.
Yes, a cruel joke.
And so let's talk a little bit about that.
Please. Well, after 8 years of Trudeau, everything costs more. Work doesn't pay. You make it, he takes it. Housing costs have doubled. And now he wants to hike taxes on your energy with a carbon tax hike of 23% kicking in April 1st as part of his and the NDP's plan to quadruple the tax up to 61 cents a litre. Trudeau tax then passes on to everything else. Higher diesel prices mean that shipping goods and services become pricier.
Grocery will be expensive.
Much more. You tax the fuel of the farmer who makes the food and the trucker who ships the food. You tax all who buy the food. And that's why one of the reasons everything's so expensive. And we're going to have a carbon tax election to choose our next prime minister between a costly coalition of the NDP and Trudeau who tax your food, punish your work, take your money, double your housing costs, and unleash crime and chaos in your community, or common sense conservatives who will axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime.
If you become the Prime Minister,
yes.
How long will it take you to start doing all that work?
I'll be doing it starting on day one. I'll be moving to axe the tax in my very first bill in the House of Commons.
And building houses, that takes a long time. It doesn't get done very quickly.
Certainly in Canada it takes way too long. We have, despite having the biggest land mass in the G7 by far, and spending the most money as a share of our economy on home building, we have the fewest homes. And explain this to me. We have the most land to build on. We spend the most of our economy on home building. And we have the fewest homes.
Yes.
Why? The answer is we have the second slowest building permits in the OECD. Vancouver's bureaucracy adds $1.3 million to the cost of every newly built home. That's what it costs to get a permit. When you add up the development charges, the consultants, lawyers, the delays, it's $1.3 million of government costs baked into every new home. So my common sense plan is to require municipalities lower the cost and speed up the time to get a permit and free up land for builders to build. I will require cities permit 15% more homes as a condition of getting federal funding, and that they approve high-density housing around every federally funded transit station. We will sell off 6,000 federal buildings and thousands of acres of federal land to build. And of course we'll take the carbon tax off building materials. So axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime.
So currently you're saying that even the provincial governments are wasteful governments?
Yes.
All of them?
I wouldn't say all of them, but certainly British Columbia's is very wasteful. The NDP government here is running huge deficits and ballooning costs, and the bureaucracies that they've allowed to grow up have blocked home building and other opportunities. So, Trudeau takes the cake. He's the worst of them all. But the NDP government is no better.
I know that you have been quite critical of the Trudeau government about the Arrive can. British Columbia is considered to be a very tech-savvy province.
Yes.
Why isn't all the stuff being made here rather than being sent out? And why are we spending $60 million on an app that doesn't work?
Yeah, it's a very good question. It's an app that was supposed to cost $80,000, and it went up to $60 million. 76% of the contractors did no work. One contractor has 4 employees. They got $23 million in contracts. Their headquarters is in the basement of a cottage. They admit they don't do IT work, and yet they got a $23 million IT contract. How does
Wow.
that, it sounds fishy. So hopefully the police will be laying charges, but we need to cancel this waste, and it's a broader problem. The government of Trudeau is spending $21 billion on outside contractors. That is $1,400 for every family in Canada. An increase of 100%. It's mind-blowing money that we're wasting on outside consultants. I'm going to cut that back and bring the work into the public service, which itself has grown by 40%. You add 40% more bureaucrats. They should be able to do the job. Why are they contracting their jobs out to people who charge $3,000 a day per person when we have all these bureaucrats in-house that could do it themselves?
Now, you've also been very critical of whatever is happening as far as crime is concerned in Canada.
Yes.
Have you noticed that it has increased in the last little while?
Oh.
And why do you think it is?
It's Lord of the Flies out there. It's unbelievable how bad it is. Like the violent crime's up 40% as of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till the 2023 numbers come out. It's going to be off the chart. Gun crime up 100%. Extortions of Canadian small business owners. They get a letter saying, deposit this money into this account or we're going to shoot up your house in the middle of the night in your child's bedroom. In Toronto, the police said to the residents, leave your keys at the front door so that if the car thieves come, they can take the keys quickly without harming your family.
Wow.
That's how crazy it's gone. A car is stolen every 40 minutes in Brampton. Every 40 minutes. It's insane. This is, and we know why. Catch and release.
Yeah.
They catch the offender, he's released within 90 minutes on parole. He can reoffend, be arrested, reoffend, be arrested. We were at Nanaimo yesterday at a gas station. The gas station owner, the robbers came in, they didn't even bother wearing masks. They robbed the place. It was all caught on camera. He took it to the RCMP and they said, it's too much work to arrest them. They'll be out on bail within 90 minutes, so what's the point in going after them? And they know it. Common sense plan. Make repeat violent offenders ineligible for bail, parole, or house arrest. It will be jail, not bail when I'm Prime Minister. That's how we're going to stop the crime.
So then if you are putting people in jail,
Yes.
do we have enough jails to put them in there?
Yes, we're not going to need more jails.
No?
In fact, I think we'll have fewer prisoners. Let me tell you why. In Vancouver, they had to arrest the same 40 offenders 6,000 times.
Okay. Same one.
40 offenders, 6,000 arrests. Very small number of people
Right.
doing almost all the crime. Sushma, they're in jail all the time anyway. It's just they keep getting released to reoffend. So my view is, let's just keep them there. Keep them behind the bars. If you could take 40 people off the streets to stop 6,000 crimes, would you do it?
Yes.
6,000 fewer people hit over the head with a baseball bat,
That's right.
stabbed, robbed, violated. Just 40 people. It's a very small number of criminals we have in Canada. The problem is they're very productive. We need to get they're the only ones who are more productive in our economy right now. Put them in the slimer, keep them there, and deter the others from crime.
So April 1st was quite a good day for you as well. You got a pay hike.
Well, I mean, the legislated increase for all the MPs went through.
Yes.
I said if Trudeau wants to cap the pay, I would support that. When I was in government with Harper, we
Yes.
capped the pay. We went through a global recession.
Yes.
We said no raises for MPs, and we ended the raises. And when Trudeau got in, he brought the raises back. So that's the way it is.
So he's at $406,000
That's right.
and you're at $299,000.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't you, I mean, if you really do feel that the pay should be capped, wouldn't you ask him to cap it now?
He can cap it now. I've already said that I would support him if he did that.
Have you asked him?
I haven't asked him, no.
No. Would you?
I'll consider asking when I get back. Do you
All
think I
right.
should?
I think you should.
Okay.
I think we don't get any pay rises, right?
Yeah.
There are many people who haven't had a pay rise in months since COVID.
Right.
Like our industry is an essential industry.
Yes.
And our advertisers are non-essential people, so we didn't get any advertising.
Right.
So we had to put money from our own pocket to run our
You
stations.
took a hit.
We took a huge hit,
Yeah.
and we still are continuing with that. So I think it might not be a bad idea. It's a prudent thing to do.
Thank you for that.
Well, I'm not preaching you, but I'm just requesting you.
Okay, I understand. Thank you, Sushma.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to our studios and giving us time to talk.
Absolutely. It's great to be back, and I'm happy to come for another spicy interview in the future.
Oh, it's going to be very, very spicy.
Here we go. It's going to be very spicy. Thank you for the warning. Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime.
There you go.
All right, good to meet you, and
got
good to
it.
see you, Sushma. Thank you.
Same here. Thank you so
Let's
much.
bring it home.